What's going on, guys? We're back with another Teki Rambles, so you already know how this is about to go. One thing I immediately want to start talking about, like before I even think about it, okay, it's the new anime season. Everybody's been talking about the stuff that's been airing and stuff like Solo Leveling, which I love. I think it's great. But I haven't heard a single person, not one, say anything about Kingdom season 5. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that watches it. That can't be true, obviously, but Kingdom is so good. It's such a great. If you've never seen Kingdom before, Kingdom is basically a telling of, I believe, Asian. Oh God, I'm finna say something. Oh, that's not finna sound correct at all. It's basically set in, I believe, one of the Ming or Yang dynasties. It's set in a older China, basically, where it's it's like an older China with a seven. I believe it's 7, maybe 6. No, it's 7. I think it's 7. I don't know. I can't count. 7 or 6 warring nations, and they all sit on one piece of land. And it follows our protagonist Shin trying to become a great general. Not gonna tell you too much more than that, but the story, the tactics, the character development, the animation. Don't start the show and say these ain't the animation. I know the first 6, 7, 8 episodes not the greatest looking, but once they pick it up, man, it's beautiful. But it's an amazing show that I don't hear anybody talking about, and I'm just like, y'all don't what's wrong with it? I love it. It's, honest to God, I was telling one of my homeboys, because it was me and another homeboy that I know that watches it. I think it's in my top. It's got to be in my top 10 now, but because let me see, One Piece, Death Note, Hajime no Ippo. This is no specific order. Well, the first 2 were a specific order. Yu Yu Hakusho. I have a lot of anime I've seen, and I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'm probably gonna do this wrong. Would I throw Hunter in my top 5? They're gonna throw Hunter in my top 5. I don't hate Hunter, but I don't think I throw it in my. Only because I know it's so much more to be done with it. Yu Yu Hakusho is done, Death Note's done, One Piece is not done, but it's amazing. I haven't technically I don't read the manga for Hajime no Ippo, but I saw the first 3 seasons. Regardless, I know for a fact it's in my top 10 somewhere. It's an amazing show. That's one thing I want to talk about. What else anime wise? Another thing, Classroom of the Elite. Haven't heard much about that. I know this season was a little slower paced to an extent, I guess, maybe than. I don't know. It's funny talking about it because last season was really, really good. I think last season, though, if I'm not mistaken, last season is when he beat them up. When he beat up them, don't tell me to remember nobody's name. I think his name started with an R, and the big brother and the other guy. When he beat them up, I don't know why I thought that's gonna be the show now. Anybody who get in his way, but that is not how this show is, and I love that. This is a really thinking show. But nobody talking about Classroom of the Elite or Kingdom, so I need more people to start talking about those 2 shows. They're amazing. Well, another one, I'm literally on my Crunchyroll because I just thought about it. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy, another amazing anime. Watch that too. Season 2 is out. It's almost done. Probably got an episode or 2 left, but y'all need to watch this stuff, man, so we can keep it going. Another thing I want to talk about anime wise. This might be a little controversial. But it's a weird comparison. I'm thinking, okay, Vinland Saga and The Rising of a Shield Hero, right? 2 totally different animes. One, medieval Vikings going on raids, a quest for revenge. The other, isekai into a new world. You get the weakest power possible, and everybody makes fun of you, and somebody even accuses you of doing things to her and whatnot. But you want to know the biggest comparison I feel that they have together? And this is going to sound crazy, but it's the fall off. And let me rephrase it when I say the fall off. Vinland Saga Season 2, excuse me, is an amazing anime, right? The whole show is amazing, right? But I'm not going to stunt. I am one of the people who, when I started Vinland, spoilers. Yeah, I didn't say it fast enough, but y'all got it. I'm the one of the people when I started watching Vinland Saga Season 2, and They started with these other people. I didn't really care. Then when they brought Thorfinn back and I saw what he was, I was like, all right. I know he finna snap eventually. And he never snaps. And I'm like, okay, this is, cool in its own way. And I'm not gonna stunt. Like, maybe in my mind, because your brain, see, the problem is, our brains are wired for the most part. If you watch a lot of shonen, the shonen mentality, the guy wants to change or the guy doesn't want to go back to his old ways, but he's gonna have to, and then someone's gonna snap him and he's gonna go back to do. And I guess for me, the amount of growth that he had was, I'm not gonna say it was astronomical, but I mean, the boy was killing basically his whole life, and then one day just said, I'm good. Which I get it. When Askeladd died, really his whole reason for being a murderer stopped. So I understand the reasoning behind it. I guess for me personally, it just, I don't know. I would have preferred to see that. I like, don't get me wrong. I get it, because we technically did see it. But I'm talking about, show me the immediate day after, when he woke up and said, after Askeladd was dead, and said, I'm not going to kill no more. Something like that. Because to me, it was like, after all this time, then we see him, and then I'm like, okay, bro, and I get it. They're supposed to show after this time he's a farmer. He's really almost losing his mind because he's having these fights in his head with demons and stuff. And now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm thinking about it as like a child. When I used to watch, or even when I used to watch wrestling growing up, I could watch wrestling, but I was only watching it during the matches. Like when they came out, let me tell you who I'm here for, brother. I'm like, oh, like, that's, I don't care anymore. But as like looking back at it as an adult, it's really an amazing. That's one of the greatest like character developments ever. And like when as an adult, like we should strive to have that level of character development. Like that man was a monster and chose to change his life and be better. The reason I compare it to Shield Hero, though, is because what Shield Hero, when I say the fall off, this is how I look at Shield Hero. The very first season of Shield Hero, it was my top 5 Isekai. It was like, it was actually probably third, because it was like Overlord, Jobless, Slime, and Overlord. It was top 5. It was in there somewhere. It wasn't... I was like, man, this is it, bro. This that show, boy. Especially when he got what's her name back? Miss He Touched Me. Miss My Name Is Now the B Word. Take that. That's what she deserved. He showed all them other heroes how trash they were, because they are and still are to this day. Everything about the first season for Shield Hero to me was so good. You couldn't have told me it wasn't gonna get like perfect, even better after that. But what season 2 and 3 of Shield Hero have done to me have shown me that it didn't. This is what season 2 did. They introduced a new world. They introduced new mechanics, if you want to call it that, because to some people it's still a game. They showed us how the one with the bow hero was like, how he fired old girl just because, no reason, honestly. He just, you ain't all that, and just let her go. What's her name? Miss B Word running around tricking people again. Like where was everybody during that trial? Like nobody saw her get like she did this. Nobody saw. They were finna murder her and her father. Like why was nobody? But regardless, I'm finna get upset. Season 2 is about the spirit turtle, tortoise thing, whatever. It just wasn't good. It started okay, and it was like, okay, cool. But like towards the end, to me, it ended with the power of friendship, which is okay. This is how I feel about the power of friendship. The only people who I think do it to a degree that I'm just disgusted with has always been Fairy Tail. But it was the power of friendship, seemed like, because that's literally how they beat that man, seemingly. Nothing really came out of it, like, to the degree of, like, man, this is it, bro. Like, yeah, like, and I'm not saying it was bad. I think season 2 is better than season 3 by a mile. Season 3, another thing about season 2, the heroes all got captured. I was like, okay, here we go with that again, bro. I'm not gonna answer this phone. I don't know who that is calling me. End call. Okay, take that. Sorry about that. But yeah. The heroes get captured, so they trash. They act like they don't know how to they go to the other world. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she becoming a katana hero. They're gonna bring her back. She's gonna be strong. I don't know, man. It's just season 2 was bad in a sense of like it didn't hit as hard as season 1. But what they did, they left you a good cliffhanger at the end, like, ooh, the Phoenix is coming, and ooh, all this, and ooh, gotta get the heroes together. And even Philo-chan, big cousin, mama, sister, whoever that was, showed up and helped hold off the spirit tortoise thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, it wasn't the best, but season 3's gotta pick it up. Season 3 was so stupid. The sword hero's a dummy. The bow hero's a dummy. The spear hero's a dummy. But he at least is and he's an actual dumb character. Like all 3 of them are dumb. But he was supposed to be the dumbest one. But you telling me the sword hero fell for the girl? The bow hero fell for the girl? And the shield hero was the only one that could put all, and Spearman too. And the shield hero was the only one that could put all of them on the right track. That's his responsibility. They all so stupid and sorry that he the only one that can fix them. Bro, like that was just like, cause to me that should have been in season 1. He should have beat them up and you work for me now a long time ago, bro. Cause that was so I didn't care. The spear dude turned out to be he a pervert now. He in love with Philo-chan. Philo-chan's like 6. Philo-chan's like 0 actually, cause she's not even really. She just was born basically. So I don't know what he gonna do with all that pent up frustration he got for this child. But that's gross. Sword hero. He said, I don't got nothing to do but rob people. Really? You turn to the streets? You turn to thugging? Really, sir? You're a bandit loser. Bow hero, I think, was the biggest loser of them all. You turned down. That girl told her she was trash and she had to pack you up. How did you let that happen? Like, and then I think they made me sick because it was like they introduced some really neat stuff. The dragon fight was okay. It was pretty cool with him picking up the 2 little beast people children thing. They ended up being kind of cool. That's a Shield Hero did it again. Another thing, but they kind of hit him with the power of friendship again because all of a sudden these kids are the only force that can break that dragon's barrier. Which I'm not knocking it. I don't know who they are, but it's like I don't know, man. Shield Hero to me should have been. And then they did it again. Like season 3 ends with. Nah, I ain't gonna stun. It even got me. I'm not even gonna stun. When he said we finna go get them, I said. He said it's us versus them. I said. You finna go get them? Okay. Hey, excuse me. Go show him something then, big dog. I was like, yeah, that's right, Shield Hero. I had forgotten all about how boring and mediocre that whole season was. I literally forgot. And like I say, bro, it had a few pop-off moments, but that doesn't help. Like, okay, you take Naruto, you take Chunin exams. Nostalgia aside, the entire Chunin exams jump from beginning to end. From Forest of Death, to Orochimaru, to Gaara's introduction, to Kabuto joining up to help them, to them actually getting out of the Forest of Death, to the Chunin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is like, it was never like, oh, these next 14 episodes, it's Naruto ain't no. Now, was it filler? Yes, they had filler everywhere sometimes, probably. Oh, big fight finna happen, and let's just talk about Naruto and Sasuke chasing an ostrich. Not real, but, it's happening. Like, that was very goofy. But, excuse me, my point still, I think fall off, because a lot of people talk about how bad they fell off of Vinland Saga Season 2. And I even talk about how I fell off low-key. Like I'm going to try. And I swear I'm going to try, like, the next season of Shield Hero. I really am. But, like, I shouldn't have given them my whole season. Like, I was watching on a week-to-week basis. Like, oh, I got to see what's going on. Never got any better for me. But I think saying Vinland Saga fell off is one of those statements that makes me think you just wanted him to be a killer his whole life. And I'm not going to stunt. After I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, bro, I really just want that man to be a murderer. Like, I ain't want to see that man happen no day. I want that man to just every time he sees somebody, this is all I know. I ain't never going to smile again. Like, So I think that's really a statement. And don't get me wrong, it could be a very small group of people who are even saying it fell off, because but when I hear it, and I hear it loudly. But Shield Hero, I don't know, man. They actually made me mad. Like, thinking about it now, I'm actually upset. Like, I can't believe it did what it did. This was not supposed to be me rambling this long about like anime, but I'm visibly and I'm mad. You know what? I'm gonna end this one here. I'm gonna do another one probably a little later. Expect more of these. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. I make music. Teki no Teki. I'm on all platforms. Teki out.